So I'm super excited for today's video because I got all my seeds. I've been waiting for a while, not too long, but I finally have purchased all my seeds and I want to talk to you guys about it. We're in my studio because I got my seeds, I got my laptop, I got my coffee, can't live without my coffee, and I just kind of want to go over my plan for 2021's garden in the quarter acre. Okay, so I guess I want to start with how I make my plan. If you guys know anything about me, I'm a little bit of a statistics dork. I make spreadsheets for all my seeds and I use my laptop for the spreadsheets, but I also make my plan on my computer. I'm not the old school style, writing it out on a piece of paper. I've done that before, it just doesn't work for me. I like to reference it when I'm in the garden, and if I have something on the computer that's linked to my cell phone, I can pull it out of my pocket and be like, oh right, what was I supposed to do? I'm a little more techie when it comes to this kind of stuff. So speaking of that, I want to talk to you about growveg.com. This is not sponsored, I'm just obsessed with this program. I found this program about 2 years ago and it has changed the way I garden. So growveg.com, it is a paid subscription. It's only a yearly fee, like it's minimal. I wanna say it's maybe $30, I don't even know. I sign up for it and that's where I build my entire plan. I'll show you more detail, but this is the plan. It's super cool because it has pictures. So I'm a very visual person and this is my jam. So it's got like little cabbages here. We've got little tomatoes here. I'll give you a closer up screenshot of this as we're going through, but I wanted to show you this because it's an amazing tool. It's awesome. You can share this plan with people. Like I took a class with Ohio State. I was able to share this plan with my professor. She looked it over. We talked about it. It was awesome. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend using GrowVeg. It's so easy too. It's like basically you drag and drop things. Like I can grab these cabbages, be like, I don't want the cabbage there. I want to put the cabbage over here by the tomatoes. And I can move things around. It's incredible. So this is my plan. This is the backyard. It's kind of hard to see, but we got strawberries, we've got cucumbers, squash, tomato, 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 lots of peppers, and then this section we're doing cabbage, kale, broccoli. This is the cooler crop stuff that I'm going to be starting the next month or two indoors. We got some pumpkins, which actually I think I'm going to move the pumpkins over here, and we'll kind of talk about that. So that's how I plan my garden for the last 2 years. And I love it because it saves everything. I can move things. I can do it seasonally. There's so many good options for that. I'm obsessed with this. So I came up with this plan thinking about what do I want to do with 2021? I really want to start concentrating basically on only things I know that I will eat and that I can put up or preserve. Because let's be honest, 2020 opened my eyes pretty wide. And that's partially why I bought all my seeds early too. And I'm not alone in that. A lot of people were buying seeds early because last year people were selling out. Still a little bit of a crazy world we're living in. So I'm excited that I got my plan done. I got my seeds, and I think we should talk about seeds now, okay? So this year, I tried something a little new. I'm being a little more strategic on the style, the style of seed I'm buying and planting. So last year I was like, I'm just gonna plant tomatoes. I didn't really pay attention to the variety. I just threw some random tomatoes. I didn't research it, and I did not have very good yield last year. Sure, I got some tomatoes, but it was by no means the amount of tomatoes that I wanted. So this year, I'm really honing in on the varieties of seeds that I'm buying, being very specific, and I'm spending a little more money on those better quality seeds so that I can have a better yield. I want more food. So I basically bought from 3 different companies. 2 of them are newer to me. One is not so new, and it's somebody I bought from, and it's just quality seeds. So let's talk about the first company. The first company I bought seeds from was Johnny's. You've probably heard of Johnny's. They're a pretty big company in Maine. They are incredible at what they do. It's, you know, an employee-owned company. I really like to support them, but I also don't love to put all my eggs in one basket, if you know what I mean. So let's talk about what I bought from Johnny's, and I'll show you up in the screen a little picture because their stuff doesn't have little pictures on it, which that's cool, whatevs. So let's talk about Johnny's. I bought a fair amount. Like I bought 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 seed packs from them. Let's talk about beans. Last year I did pole beans. They were delicious. My husband Matt loves green beans, so I'm going heavy on beans this year. These I got, they're called Provider. They're a bush bean. I've never done a bush bean, but I've heard these are prolific and you're gonna get tons of beans. So I'm all about the bush bean right now. And this one's Johnny's Provider. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so then the next one is peppers. So I have, where's the other one? Because there's 2 different ones. So these 2 peppers I've learned, supposedly, heard of. They are crazy good peppers in production, in sweet flavor. So basically they're red and yellow peppers. I love red and yellow peppers. They are delicious. They're a sweeter variety. These are called the, I'm probably going to botch this, Cornito Rosso and Cornito Giallo. So these peppers they're a little pricier. They're not your heirloom variety. They're a hybrid that Johnny makes, and they're basically a purebred pepper, essentially. I've heard they're amazing, so I'm growing these peppers as well. And then let's talk about the tomato that I'm probably the most excited to grow. And it was probably my most expensive packet of seeds, the Sun Gold. Sun Gold tomatoes, I've seen pictures of them. I've seen videos of them. I've heard the word on the street is Sun Gold is the jam. Apparently, they're like little yellow orange tomatoes, like a cherry tomato. But apparently this plant just produces and produces, and you're gonna get a bajillion tomatoes. Cross your fingers. I love me some tomatoes. So we're doing the Sun Gold too. Next, I have lettuce. So I am trying to get better at growing lettuce. I don't have the patience a lot of the time for lettuce. My lettuce did okay last year, but I also just was like, oh, just throw some lettuce seeds. I don't know what I'm doing. This year, I spent a little extra money, a little extra research on these different lettuces, and I'm going to be starting them in starts indoors, so that I can be very specific and control their growing habitat. So, I'm dropping things. Okay, so these 3 lettuce are what Johnny suggested I buy. So I'm listening to my boyfriend, Johnny. And there's gonna be a bib lettuce here. That one is called the Newham bib lettuce. This one's called the Rosaine. And then this one is called Keguliane. I don't know, it's terrible. I'm probably butchering these names so bad right now. But I'm doing these 3 varieties of lettuce. I'll probably do a few other different kinds of lettuce that I have in my lettuce bin, but these are the ones I'm really putting my energy towards, making sure these babies grow up nice and strong, and because they'll provide us with some more delicious lettuce. I eat a salad almost 5 times a week, so I love me some lettuce. So that's the lettuce I'm doing from Johnny's. And let's talk about my lovely red Russian kale. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see this freaking kale is still alive from last May. It's had literally multiple feet of snow have fallen on this kale, and it is still alive. I'm giving most of it to the chickens right now because they need some greens in the winter. So I went and bought a big packet of this. I will always grow this red Russian kale. It's delicious. It's tender. It's an incredible grower. Like, I don't know why I wouldn't grow it. So red Russian kale, that's a winner. All right, and then the next one, let's talk about carrots. So I don't know if you know this, but I struggle with carrots. We have really heavy clay soil. So I grew some carrots last year and they were okay. I also struggle with patience. Carrots take a really long time to grow. So I'm going to this year build up a bed a little more vertically and in more depth instead of going so far down into my clay, and I'm gonna try carrots. But I also bought these fancy Bolero carrots that I heard are awesome. So hopefully we'll do these carrots. All right, let's talk about squash, the last two from Johnny's. These, I'm super excited. So I love squash, winter squash, butternut squash, pumpkin. I'm kind of a fall baby. I am a fall baby. I was born in October. So I love me some fall squash. I'm actually probably gonna grow these before early and just see how much I can get out of it. First one is Bonbon. It's apparently awesome. And these grow kind of small, almost like a pumpkin. And I heard that if you cut the top off and hollow it out and roast it, it makes a great bowl for your soup. So you can make soup and put it in there and a little scoop, a little squash, eat your soup. Looks like it'll be amazing. I'm pretty pumped about it. And then this one is called the Delicata. I've heard a lot of great things about this little baby. It's like an odd oblong shaped squash. It's green and yellow, you'll see in the picture. And apparently it's delicious. You can eat the skin, so it's not too tough. I mean, I hate when I almost break a knife trying to get into a squash. So if there's some squash that are a little more delicate, hence the name Delicata, I'm all about it. So I'm gonna try these two. Okay, so that's Johnny's. That's my load from Johnny's. I'm pretty excited. That's a lot of seeds. We have a lot of work to do. Now, next company I bought from, that I've never bought from this company, and I'm super excited to try their stuff. I've heard good things. I follow them on Instagram and online, and I just really like what they're doing, is High Mowing Organic Seeds. So this is the first time I'm trying them, and let's talk about it. This one, super excited about, shishito. I've never grown shishito peppers. I guess they're sweet. I've had them like once, way back when I lived in Chicago and I worked at this one Spanish restaurant. What was the name of that restaurant? It was a tapas restaurant in Chicago in Lincoln Park. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. Anyways, shishito peppers. This Cafe Babariba, that's the name of the restaurant. I had shishitos in. Guess you can char them up in a pan, they blister and get delicious. Super pumped to try shishito peppers. And then let's talk about tomatoes. So I haven't talked about tomatoes yet. I'm gonna show you these tomatoes too with this tomato. Well, I talked about Sun Gold. So we got Sun Gold and we got Cherokee Carbon. So I guess this is like a darker red cherry slicing, like a Cherokee tomato. I've never tried it. It gets good reviews. I'm excited to try it. I think I accidentally bought two, which is totally fine. The more the merrier in my book. And then I'm gonna do an Amish paste tomato because I like making my own sauce. I was just looking at the nutritional facts on like the sauce I bought from Costco the other day and I was horrified. Like, it's just a joke how much sodium and stuff they put in stuff. So I am going to be the sauce queen this year. So I want these tomatoes to help me make some sauce. Irish or Amish paste. These are not from High Mowing, but I'm gonna also do a Moscovich and Aroma because I want more sauce. So let's try those. Now, let's get back to the High Mowing stuff. So I also got peppers from High Mowing. So I'm trying, because I want to make my own hot sauce this year. I want to make my own cayenne powder. I want to make my own all kinds of peppery stuff. So I'm a baby when it comes to hot. My husband loves hot sauce. So I thought I'd dip my toe in slightly into the hot pepper world. So let's start with this one. It's called the Red Ember Pepper. It's a cayenne pepper. So this I'll dry, I'll make a powder, make red pepper flakes from, maybe make a hot sauce, we'll see. And I got basil, because you can't have tomatoes without basil, so I need some basil in my life. And then flowers I bought from High Mowing as well. So the front of my house, I'm turning more into like a wildflower / happy pollinator world because I want to spread joy in the front of my house. I planted a ton of tulips. I have Rosa Sharon, lavender. So I wanted to look super pretty with all the flowers. So I bought Cosmos from High Mowing. These look amazing. Who doesn't love a good Cosmo? They bring a smile to everybody's face that walks by my house. And I got nasturtiums. So I've never grown nasturtiums. I feel like I should have like years ago. It's like a thing. I guess the flowers are edible, great for pollinators and pest control. So I got nasturtiums as well. So that is what I got from High Mowing. Super excited to try this company. I've heard amazing things. Love what they're doing. Yes. Okay, now this is kind of random. I was bored the other day because I get bored very easily. I'm like a small child. And I was like, well, what am I going to do with my life today? And I thought it's sunny and the sun is shining. Let's get in the car and go for a ride. I went to Amish country. So I went out to Berlin, Ohio. Don't know if you know much about Ohio. There's a lot of Amish, which is great. And yeah, there's just a lot of Amish. So I had been Googling like seeds and seed supplies and stuff, and I found this company. I've never been there. And I went to Berlin, Ohio for Berlin Seeds. So I went a little crazy when I was there because they were so cheap, because the Amish are very economical people, and I like that. And so I got a bunch of stuff. So I wasn't planning on buying all this, but I did, so whatever. All right, let's talk about what I bought at Berlin, Ohio, at Berlin Seeds. Flowers. Again, I want more flowers. Great for pollinators. My neighbor's a beekeeper. I want to help them out. And it just brings happiness, right? We need more happy. So I got the Double Click More Cosmos. So these are more Cosmos because, again, love me some Cosmos. And I also got their annual wildflower mix. I'm just going to sprinkle wildflowers everywhere and just hope that we just have flowers everywhere. So that's where that's from. And then I also got Brussels sprouts. I'm obsessed with Brussels sprouts. They are delicious. I want to grow Brussels sprouts. So we got some Brussels sprouts. I'm probably going to start these soon because they take forever to germinate and grow and whatnot. So I got Brussels sprouts, cauliflower. Who doesn't love a good roasted cauliflower, or cauliflower top, or cauliflower crust for your pizza? So trendy right now. Cauliflower. I also got more Bib lettuce because, again, I eat salads all the time. We need more lettuce in our lives. And then peppers. So this goes back to my hot sauce talking stuff. So this, it's very like generic, and I kind of liked it. This is called the Hot Pepper Garden Salsa. Not a clue what is gonna happen here, but I think it's worth a try. There are spicy peppers that I think could make a good hot sauce. I'm pretty sure it'll be delicious. So I'm gonna try those. And then this is called the Yummy Pepper Mix. And like, how can I not buy something that's called the Yummy Pepper Mix? Not a clue what kind, but it's for like $2. It's worth a try. And then so for these bigger packages, I bought things that I love. So peas. I'm Irish. I love me some peas. So I got a big old bag of peas. I also got beans. So I think these are annihilator. I have no idea. They're beans. I'm trying beans. And then in my crazy talk, thinking when I woke up at 5:30 in the morning one day, I was like, I need like to line the path of my garden with something. And I was talking to Matt about it. He's like, oh, do sunflowers. I was like, yeah. And he's like, that would be a lot of bees where you're walking. So let's not do sunflowers. Let's do corn. So I think I'm gonna line the path of my garden with corn and make a whole corn path. So I got a big pack of corn. So That's it. So that's it. So I wanted to just kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on. I'll show you a little more in depth later of my plan. And of course, I'm gonna try a few different things this year. I'm gonna be making more videos and really trying to hone in on the details of my garden and make sure these babies are happy. I mean, I did last year, but I didn't to this extent. So I'm gonna be starting seeds probably in the next week or so. It's a struggle every single year in January. I'm not supposed to start seeds, but this year I'm making myself push things a little differently because now I have the hoop house. Last year I didn't have the hoop house, so I can transfer seedlings to the hoop house and we can kind of have our shoulder seasons, hopefully. It's an experiment. I'm gonna try some things, So I'm gonna be starting seeds soon. I'm trying to do less waste. So I'm gonna do my soil blocker. I bought a soil blocker. I'm gonna make a whole different video about that stuff too. I just wanted to show you the seeds that I bought and what I'm gonna be growing, and I'm super pumped. So if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you, and I'm super pumped. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I'm gonna kind of just geek out and nerd out and play around with my seeds today. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. I'm gonna keep cranking them out when I come up with different ideas. And I just appreciate you. Hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. And I will talk to you later. Bye.